record on cloud. Great. It's launching right now. And I'm going to share this on Facebook too.
Nice.
So people can see this.
Tag my account.
Give me just a sec to activate this. Tag you? Yeah.
Yeah, I need to start bringing in. I'm also, I told you this, I'm going to set an hour throughout the day just to start working on Facebook and just collecting. I need to start bringing in. I'm also, I told you this,
I think we're live and this is
just to start working on Facebook.
Okay, we're live right now. So you just shared your ideas to the world. I'm gonna tag you on Facebook as well, Jonathan Cruz.
Perfect.
You okay with that?
On where? Facebook?
Yeah.
Yeah, go right ahead.
I'm just gonna share the link of the live stream on Facebook.
Perfect.
And we have someone watch this right now. What is going on, guys? So we have a special guest over. His name is Jonathan Cruz, a very good friend of mine. He's a very cool guy and he's crushing it, guys. So today, we went live with Rob from McDojo Live and we discussed about, XYZ strategies, and he listened to the interview and I listened to the interview as well because I was interviewing the guy and I got so inspired by this dude to take action. And we want to maybe discuss a little bit about it and how he was able, Jonathan, to get to the point of gaining he gained 110,000 followers in 5 months, which is completely insane. So I'm just trying to share, copy. Okay, I'm going to share this on Facebook. What's going on, man?
Everything's looking pretty good.
Great to hear that. Let me just share this quick.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, we are live. We are live on Facebook. Oh, YouTube. How's the time in quarantine, man?
I mean, it's definitely getting me to go out and get a lot of work done while staying at home. And it's definitely it's really a time where you really have to focus on yourself and figure out what you want to do for the future. Because who knows if this ever happens again.
Oh yeah, it's once in a lifetime for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Crazy times, man. Which, it's amazing that we got laid off from the jobs. I mean, you did, and you have so much time right now to focus on really, really networking with people and investing more time into this account to build, relationship. And we just discussed today with Rob about this stuff.
Yeah.
Rob is having McDojo Life, great page. You guys should check it out. 300,000 followers. And this dude is going live all the time to connect with his audience. And I really want to, talk to Jonathan about doing the same. And he's afraid of camera. I'm like, dude, you got to do it. No one gives a shit. Just go out there. So,
yeah. You just take action and go ahead and do it.
Yeah. So what are we going to discuss today, man? What do you think?
I feel like today what we should go ahead and discuss about, it's really forming relationships on Instagram to not only gain followers, because I mean, it's great that you're gaining followers, but you more so want to form a community, especially if you're building a brand, you want to form a community of people who are going to stand behind that brand as well.
All right, let's get started, man. How do we do that? Go ahead, fire up.
Very first thing, well, I mean, once you actually go ahead and figure out how Instagram's algorithm works, how you start growing and everything, you're gonna get some people to comment on your posts, to like your post, and everyone who comments on your post, the very first thing I do is go ahead and interact with them. I'll go ahead and like on their comment. Another cool thing I like to do, whenever I respond back to that comment, I'll ask an open-ended question, something that's gonna lead to a conversation. So let's say someone says, hey, I'm in a martial arts niche. So if someone says, hey, your technique is great, I wouldn't respond with thanks. I would respond with, oh, cool, man. Thank you. How's your technique? Or what are you working on today? What kind of drills are you? Perfect. There's my page.
It's a nice page.
Yeah. So if you look at the first post I have right at the very top, if you go through all the comments, I responded to everyone. Yeah. Some of them are open-ended questions. And you know what? The more comments you have, the more of a community it'll actually form.
That's a great tip. So sometimes when you respond back, you ask them a question as well. So it encourages people to even engage with you more, which drives communication and, builds up the algorithm.
Yeah, it's
as well, which is great.
A lot higher in Instagram's algorithm.
Yeah. So, dude, tell me more about you, man. Why this niche, and how did you get started with this niche? Let's give people a little bit about you.
Yeah, definitely. So when
Yeah.
I first started this niche itself, Gloves and Glory, when I first started my Instagram journey, it was about 2 years ago. And the course I brought from in order to help grow an Instagram account, they pretty much said choose a niche that you're passionate about.
Mhm.
And the only thing I could think of was martial arts, because at the time I was crazy about martial arts and I still am to this day. And the forms of martial arts that I was in, it was actually kickboxing.
Mhm.
So I was like, how can I create a page where I'm not only reposting content, but I'm helping out my audience? So the way
Great.
I repurposed my page was to create a bunch of techniques which people can learn from and implement in their daily lives or wherever they go to train. So that was
Good.
my whole idea behind this page.
Yep. Man, I really like what you have done here. 5 months ago, you had 10,000 followers and page that wasn't performing well. And now, you have 110,000 followers. You have so many views and comments, and you even make time to respond back to people, which is something I really like, especially because you're connecting with them, engaging. So I
Mm-hmm.
saw you today posted a story because you got inspired by Rob from
Yeah,
Ecological Life. And you posted a story about encouraging people to tag you so you can feature them in story. Can you tell me more about it stuff?
yeah. So Rob gave a really good tip when it comes to getting people to like repost your page and in exchange for like a shout out, something like
Mhm.
that. So I'm like, oh, this is gonna work great for my account because not only am I gaining more exposure by having my story on their story, which is gonna bring in their traffic onto my page, but
Mhm.
more importantly, I'm continuing to build up relationships with them. So essentially, once I actually get everything in order, I just posted about like 2 or 3 hours a day. I mean, 2 or 3 hours ago. Once I actually do get everything, I'm gonna go ahead and pick out the best content they have on their page, and then I'm gonna repost it on my story. And I noticed there's a back and forth. Once they see that, I can already tell the future that they're gonna go ahead and take that piece of content and repost it back on their story,
Yep.
which is gonna get me even more views.
Mhm. But not only just views, you have real people now connecting with you.
Yeah,
And
exactly.
every time when you post in future, they get to engage with you again. And most importantly, you'll get people reaching out to you for your help, for your Instagram expertise as well, which is the whole idea of like you diving in this niche. And I'm so excited for you that you told me because of this COVID right now. I mean, COVID, it's a real thing. It's not this, but because of this situation, you got laid off from the job because you were working in a studio, and
Yeah.
now you really have time to do it, like really network with those people, and start in this direction of building your own consulting business or done for you agency, Instagram growth agency. So can you tell me more, like what's your vision? I'm really curious. uh you know I mean, we discussed about it stuff, but I want to give viewers more as well, more info, about your vision. Where do you see yourself in the future, working with who, and what kind of services, you know
Yeah, so essentially the whole idea behind creating this account, it was to start working with people within a niche that I love. And like I said before, it was definitely the martial arts niche and it still is to this day. So I'm like, by creating this account, I now have the social proof, pretty much everything I need to help out other studios to help them out with their Instagram as well. So it's all about learning how a niche works, and once you can figure out how that niche works, then you can go ahead and help out people within that community.
Exactly, man. That's great. I
Thank you.
wish we had more people watching this so they can, jump in and ask us questions. That'd be great. But we only have two people watching this. So
It's okay.
for two of you watching this, if you have any questions, now it's a time for you to ask anything.
Yeah, and whatever follows you get, another cool tip to continue building on relationships. Let's say, for example, you gain 5 followers. I want you to go to every single follower and message them because likely they'll have anywhere from like 200 to maybe 1,000 followers at most. I mean, the average person has about maybe 300 followers. So it's going to seem like a big deal when you go ahead and direct message that person and just say something as simple as, hey, thank you for joining my account. Thank you for giving me a follow. What are you hoping to learn from this page? And just like
Great.
that, it's an open ended question, just that's going to get them to invest in you But not only that, it's going to give you more content in the future because now you know what your audience is looking for.
Yeah, dude, I want to say something as well. So I got like sidetracked with this idea of like having followers and just counting numbers, but not really engaging with people, which is super bad. And but because I got burnt out over time, I had no strategy, no mission, no goals. But I
Hmm.
remember, man, like I was able to grow following my personal page. I changed the name to, from my artist name to Alek Uzunovic right now. But
Hmm.
I used to make art that was amazing. And the only reason why that art got like so many eyeballs, like 8,000 likes on average, 200 comments, is because I took time to really engage with people, you know,
Yeah.
to, follow like specific amount of people, like Robin will talk today as well. You follow like top 100 dogs in your niche, and you just interact with them because they have inspiring content, and you know you leave comments that are meaningful, people see you, you build community, and it just snowballs over time, and you build this avalanche. So people sometimes they come to you and me especially, both of us, they just want instant results overnight with Instagram.
Hmm.
And I'm like, that's not a point. I have to turn down the people, and I believe you'll turn down people too if they come to you, be like, hey, I just want 50,000 followers. I really believe like, that old school of, kind of growth is over. And what really people should focus on is like building their own communities and connecting with people, and followers will come as a byproduct of your good content.
Yeah, definitely. I would
Yeah.
say even go as far as really figuring out your why as to why you want to build this account before you even get started. There's this one guy, he has about 8,000 followers. It's a meme page
Mhm.
account, and he wanted me to help him out with certain Instagram strategies. And this actually happened yesterday. I told him, I don't think you're ready until you actually have a good end goal. So I simply asked him, what was your end goal? And he had no idea. So before we can even get started, you have to figure out what's your vision when you're creating this account.
Yeah, that's huge. And I can add on that as well and say something that I keep saying like a parrot all over and over again, repeating. Like I understand people who have passion for something, but make sure there's enough room for you to make money from your passion,
Hmm.
right? I know a lot of people who have like millions of followers on memes pages, but like it's really hard to monetize these pages. Whereas when you have like something very niched and that resonates with business owners like your account, martial arts, it's easier for you to work with companies, to provide services and work with like athletes, boutiques, martial arts studios, because they see the value. Whereas when you have some crappy niche that people don't even care for, what's going to happen? Nothing. So make sure your vision aligns with your goals and passion, and make sure that niche has actually money so you can actually pay the bills with your passion, right?
I
Makes sense.
agree.
What's your next step, man? What are you doing? What are you working on with your page right now?
So right now, I'm connecting with martial arts studios. I'm going to be helping them out when it comes to like their Instagram, and essentially once I finish helping them out, they're going to get more leads, which is potentially going to impact their revenue. So
Mhm.
they're going to be making more money in the long run.
Great. And you primarily focus on bringing those leads in from Instagram itself, networking with people.
Yeah, primarily through Instagram.
Cool. Have you thought about maybe like, our strategy we discussed before, Telegram groups, building community there
Yeah,
as well?
so essentially I'm almost done building it. I have about 200 close to 200 people already, uh where I'm going to go ahead and take them all and drag them into the Telegram group.
Oh, I thought you already had like a build 200 people. It's like, what?
No, 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 no.
I was like,
So essentially I'm compiling, when you go on Instagram you can save certain posts.
yep,
So I have a complete folder dedicated to everyone who I feel is going to be a great fit for my Telegram group. I
nice.
have close to 200 people. And I know statistically about a third of people will get back to me and will say yes. So that's why I'm just trying to drive up that number as high as I can. So once I have that Telegram group, I can slowly add people in, maybe every 20 people every single day, until I have that giant Telegram group where about like 800 members.
Oh man, that would be sweet.
Yeah,
Not only for the algorithm, but prospecting and providing value.
exactly. And it's
Hey,
not
if you
even they're helping me out, they're all going to be helping out each other.
Yeah,
So it's pretty much going to be a teamwork effort.
that'd be great. So if you want to film this content, we can just, maybe come live, not on YouTube, but in a Facebook group, and we can just film this content, grow in Telegram groups as well in our strategies, how to,
It's
build,
good.
grow, and so on. But I feel like that's the future. I feel like, there's not a lot of people who coach and show or even use and niche engagement groups on Telegram.
Mhm.
They're not like, number, priority for growth if you have very, very good content, but like it certainly helps a lot. Like it helped me and it helped you. I know that for sure. And yeah, it's great. It's great to have you over, man. How much time do we have?
Thank you, man. I have about 5 more minutes.
All right, let's talk 5 more minutes.
Awesome.
Cool. I talked to my student Sarah today,
hmm
and she just created a ManyChat workflow for everyone. She's inviting people to join her Telegram group, but before they join, they go through ManyChat workflow to, she's introduced them to Telegram groups, how they work, instructions, rules, and so on, step by step. And she made a great workflow she's going to share with us, and we can share this with the world as well. It's going to be amazing. You collect leads, you entertain people, you educate them, and you provide them, growth with ease, how to use Telegram groups. And what really makes me happy about this stuff is like I used to pay this, developers from Russia, Ukraine, whatever, do this work for us. But now we have so many solutions out there. People provide these services for like $10 a month. So you have a bot running in your group. It's super easy.
And it's crazy when you have a Telegram group or any engagement group itself, once it's actually running effectively, people look at you as sort of like a hero. They're like, oh my God, I can't believe you created this. It's so good.
Yeah.
I have about 4 comments already with people who are just like praising the engagement groups that I did. Because, like I said, you're not just engaging, but you're forming a community. So not only do you have like 3 accounts engaging or anything like that, but you have like up to 15 to 20 accounts talking to each other, working as a team, sharing ideas on how to like grow their own Instagram accounts.
Amazing. That's exactly the whole point.
Mm-hmm.
Just trying to see who's watching this. We still have only 1 viewer, man. That's sad.
No worries.
That's sad. Like I said, I wish we had more people interacting with us so we can, get a feedback from them as well and, respond to questions and engage with them. But I feel like this was fun, we don't have to keep this video long because we can make shorter videos and come live more often,
Yeah, definitely.
make more sense. But yeah, I think we should just recap this right now, close this live video. Thanks for coming over, and we can make more videos next time. It was great.
Let's go ahead and do it.
Cool, man. All right, guys. Thanks for watching this video. See you guys in the next one.